Hi, welcome back to my video. Today I'm going to continue the second one from the top, Advanced Logic Starters. This is the free pack that comes with the game, and I'm going to do puzzle number 12. Okay, here. Um, okay, let me start with some obvious ones, simple ones. Right. Okay, 7 up the top. Okay, some ones. Let's see, I have the 2 here, another 2, 8. Yeah, I think we could finish up this corner. Okay, that's good. Um, let's see what else. Okay, so if you look at let's look at the 7 here. Yeah, let's look at the 7. Um, and we're going to look at these 4 spaces, right? Right, so in these 4 spaces, I could only have at the maximum of 2 black spaces, right? Why? Because of the 3. If you look at the 3, right, in this 3 by 3, I could only have 2 more black spaces since there was already one here. Right, now going back to the 7, that means in these 4 spaces, I could only have 2 black spaces. That's the maximum. That means the rest 5, they all become black spaces, right, to make it 7, right? Since I could have, and that also means I need to have 2 black spaces in here, right? If you look at the 3, um, two black spaces will be in 2 of the 4 spaces here, right? This isn't one of my tutorials where there are diagonal numbers like 7 and 2, 6 and 1, 8 and 3. Um, anyway, so I'm gonna have 2 black spaces in here. That means to satisfy the 7, I need to have the 5 turn black as well, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 more in here. Right? Since I have 2 black spaces, right, if I look at the 3, right, so I have 2 in here, and then I get the third one up there. So the rest will turn gray, like that, right? So I got that, I got the 6, 4, 2, and I got the 3s. Let's look at this 3 here. I could only have 1 black space, right? In those 2 spaces, because of the 1, right? So that makes these 2 black, right? And since one of them is a black square, that will satisfy the 1 in the center. And one of them is a black, so the rest will become gray. Right. Okay, this one too. Look at the 5. We have 4 black spaces here, right? So we just need one more. So that means one more black space it will be either this or that, right? It's this or that. Right? So keep that in mind. Now if I look at the 3, I have 1, 2, and then we know that one of the 2 here will be a black space, right? So that means 1, 2, and the third one is one of the 2. That makes the remaining spaces all gray, right? Looking at the 3. So that's that. I think I got the 2 here, 2, 5 is done. 3, 2, 3s. Yeah, I got the 4 up there, another 4, 3. Um, let's look at the 1. And let's look at the 5. Right? Because of the 1, when you look at the 5 here, I could have only 1 black space among the 3 spaces here, right? I could have only 1. So that means the remaining 4 spaces, this one, and this one and that, they have to turn into black spaces, right? And since I have 1 black space in one of the 3 spaces here, that will satisfy the 1 here, right? So one of them will be in here, so this will turn gray, right? That's that. Okay, 4 and 3, right? Difference of 1. I have one black space on the top row, so I need to have at least 2 black spaces on the bottom row. I only have space for 2, so that means this will turn into gray. Let's look at let's look at it this way. Look at the 6 here, right? Because of the 1, I could only have 1 black space in here, right? Looking at the 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 more, so these 2 empty spaces, they both become black spaces, right? So let me get that, and since one of them will be a black space, that will satisfy the one here, right? We found one of them, right? So this will turn into gray. And then looking at the 3 here, so I'm going to have another black space and one of the 2 spaces here. Okay, so one of the 2 spaces. Now looking at the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one of them will be, right? So one of them, okay, let me do it this, okay, let me explain it in this way. So looking at the 3, only one of them could be a black space. So look at the 6, right? So I have only one of them could be a black space, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 more, so the 2 remaining white spaces must become black spaces right there, right? So I get the 3. Oh, I still can't do this. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to come back to that. Okay. So now let's go. Where should we go? Yeah, let's go down here. Let's get that. Okay, I'm going all the way down. Let's do the 3s and 2 6s here. Another one. 4 and 2, right, at the edge. So these 2 will be black and these 2 gray. Okay, again, all these are in my previous tutorials. Okay, I got that. Let's see. Okay, let's just go up here now. Okay, look at this one here, right? Look at the 3 and the 2, right? So 3 and the 2. So I need to have at least 1 black space down here. Because of this one, I could only have 1 more, right? Since I have only 1 black space here, this row will all turn into gray, right? I think that's one of my first tutorials. That's where you can find what we just did there. I got the 4, right? 5 and 4, right? I have 1 black space, so this will turn gray. Oh, okay, this is one, that's that. Okay, we could do this too. So looking at the 3, I could have only 1 black space and the remaining 4 areas, right? 4 spaces, right? And then looking at the 5, since I could have only 1 black space, right, in here between one of the 2, the remaining 4 spaces must all turn into black space like that, black spaces. And then one of them is a black space, right? So looking at the 3, I have 1, 2, and the third one in here. So I found all 3. So the remaining 2 spaces will turn into gray like that. So I got that. Okay, looking at the 3 and the 2, difference of 1 black space on the top, and this will turn into gray. Oh, this is not as simple. Looking at the 3 and the 2 here, I need to have at least 1 black space, but I could only have 1, right, because of the 1 here. So one of them will be a black space. That means that will satisfy this one. And since I have 1 black space on the top row, the bottom row, they both turn into gray spaces. So I got those. And let's look at the one here, one, and look at the two spaces. Only one of, I could have only one black space, right, between the two here because of the one. Okay, so now looking at the three, since I could have only one black space in this area here, the remaining two must turn into black spaces, right? Now, since one of them is a black space, now looking at the one, right, this row becomes all gray, right? So I got that. Okay. Okay, so now let's look at the 3 here. I want you to look at the 6. Okay. Now looking at the 3 here, I have 2 black spaces already, so I could have one more black space, meaning I could have only one more black space. Right? Right? Why am I looking at only these 2? Because I'm actually looking at the 6 as well. So when you look at the 6 in the center, I could have only one more black space in one of the 2 spaces. Right? So that's 1 here, 2, 3, 4. So the remaining 2 spaces must become black spaces, right? Just to make it 6. I have one black space in here, so that if you look at the 3, I have 1, 2, 3. So the remaining spaces will all turn into gray. Okay, so let's do all that. The 7, 2, 4, 3, 5, 4. Get that 2, I get the 2. And the 6s, 2, 4, yeah, I got that. Right, I think I could finish the bottom area here. Yep. Okay, so that's that. So let's go back here. Yeah, I got the 4, 2. Okay, let's do. Oh, you know what? Let's do it this way. Yeah, I could see if you look at the 7, right? And you get the 2. I could only have one more black space in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the remaining 3, 5, 6, 7. All these will turn into black spaces. But I want to show you this way. Uh, let's look at the 2 6s here. Right, same number. So I need to have same number of black and gray spaces uh, in the top row as the bottom row. Right? So that means right now we have one black space here. So we're going to have one black space in this row too, one of them, right? But if you look at the 2, right, we already have a black space here, 1. So one of them, which is going to end up in here, we already found 2 black spaces. Right? Because of the same number, one black space, one of them is a black space. If you look at the 2, I have one of them here and the second one here. So all this area down here, that will all turn into gray. Right? Also, before I just do all that, let's make sure to mark the top as well. Since I could have only one black space down here because of the 2, right? That means I could only have one black space in this row too, which we found. So let's make sure to mark the rest as the gray. Okay, actually I think I could finish that. Yeah. And that means I got all these. I think yeah, seems like we could finish it. Okay, so that was puzzle number 12. And I will see you shortly in puzzle number 13. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.